So, as you can read the title, basically, Celeste Rivas Hernandez is not going to get justice for more weeks or even months. Check this out.
Detectives proceeding cautiously as they investigate the death of a missing California teenager whose body was found in a car belonging to popular singer-songwriter David. How 15-year-old Celeste Rivas died and whether a crime was committed remain crucial questions that sources tell ABC News could take weeks, even months, to answer.
It's an ongoing investigation. We have a lot of resources dedicated to bringing it to a conclusion.
Rivas had been missing for a year and a half. The LA County medical examiner unable to determine a cause of death so far, now waiting on lab tests to come back. Her badly decomposed remains wrapped in plastic discovered inside the trunk of this black Tesla that had been abandoned in the Hollywood Hills. The registered owner, David Anthony Burke, who goes by the stage name David. The medical examiner revealing Rivas had a tattoo reading "shh" on her index finger. David has the same one. It's a popular design among performers. Investigators were seen searching the residence he was renting last week and allegedly removing a computer. The 20-year-old musician has not been named as a suspect.
In order for there to be a prosecution, law enforcement has to find some key pieces of information when it comes to a potential homicide. First, they actually need to figure out if it's a homicide or not, and the autopsy report will help give them that. Then they have to figure out the who and the how in order to bring charges.
And while a source close to the investigation says all promotion for David's new album has been put on pause, Billboard reporting streaming of his music has doubled since news of his possible connection to Rivas' death emerged. Some fans now pointing out disturbing images seen in his music videos like One More Dance, which shows a bloody David and a body being placed in a trunk.
After watching you go.
Recently, mourners gathered at a vigil for the California teen, authorities returning her body to her family this week.
Now, sources telling us they have the evidence that they need from her body. And while they wait on those lab results, again, the promotion for David's new album has stopped and the U.S. portion of his tour has been canceled.
Hey, yo, you. Can you subscribe and turn on that bell, too? Because when you do, you're helping unbiased, independent news.
So basically, it boils down to this. They're saying that it's a cover-up without saying it. Because if it was something as simple as, oh, she just got stabbed up and killed and all of these things, then so be it. But the fact that they're running tests on her blood and all of these things means they have strong indications that she was either drugged or something far sinister. What that actually is, I don't know. I've watched probably maybe 10 seconds of Dexter. So, my theories would be out of this world, and I don't think that they're warranted at this time. Speaking of theories, because there's a video that I'm going to ask you guys to check out to complete this video. There's not even theory, there's just an actual factual. I talked about the dent in the back of the car. But I'll kind of get to the end of that. So I'll explain that in a moment. But further on to the point. So basically what's going on is, I know y'all probably like, this, he just cracked his elbow. That's from lifting drywall, bro. Like, I know how to build houses and I know how to build roofs. I'm just a California bear. You feel me? But anyways, the thing about it is this. It's not as though they have to hurry up and figure this out. Fortunate, unfortunate. One of the things that's very telling about a celebrity, per se, is what happens when you're a celebrity. There is nowhere that David could go right now as it stands in this country, and he's going to be comfortable. I don't give a damn if he went to Sweet Falls and in goddamn North Dakota, if he went to Des Moines in Iowa, if he went and he hit in Missoula, Montana, you heard me, if he was in Fife, Washington, you get what I'm saying? He could be in all of these spaces and places, bruh, and they still gonna know who he is. When they talked about the surge, like, bruh, they run up $1 million. This man has literally ran up $1 million, and the label eventually is going to have to put out this album that he has. And you know what's going to end up happening? People are going to click on it. And some of you people will think, oh man, it's super disgusting that they clicking on that album. But everybody wants to know if this dude had the balls, the unmitigated gall to sit here and go, I think I might have got away with it, and I'm going to do it this way, right? And the thing about the forensics that everybody doesn't want to acknowledge is it takes a minute. It takes a minute. They had to make sure they get it right, because one thing that David did, and y'all let me know in the comments if you want me to make a longer video on this and I'll thoroughly break it down. They had to make sure that the charges that they basically stack against him stick. You know what I'm saying? Because at times, and you can ask, you can walk randomly. Well, no, you can't really. Never mind. I ain't even for suggest. I was going to say, you can randomly walk up to an investigator and ask him these questions while you see him out there, at your local Starbucks, and ask him these questions. But, they really don't want to ask these questions, because I would tell you the questions to ask him is, the wheels that spin of justice, do they go fast or do they go slow? And they're going to tell you they go slow, because they have to get this one right. They know if they charge this young man with the murder of this little girl, that it's going to irreparably harm this man to the point where even if he beats this, it ain't gonna matter. Then they had to make sure they thoroughly vet every single thing that he told them. So if he thinks he's genius enough to get away with it, he's going to give them a pattern, a blueprint, things to follow. Hey, I was here at this date, this date, this date, this date, this date, this hotel, this hotel, this hotel. Here's the list of my transactions from my cards. I was here, I was there. Then the police are going to have to double check this and go, all right, well, it wasn't that long ago, so it's not like CCTV was going to sit up here and do certain things for certain spaces and certain places, if that's the case, right? You can use things like online things when people these days, one of these things right here, these lovely things that sit up here while you're doing shows and you're filming it. And now, you want to make sure, the police will have to make sure, oh, this plane right here or this plane right here, did you go on this, did you go on that? They had to track down every piece of evidence that he gave them, because he's prime suspect number one. We can admit that without even having to say it, that he's prime suspect number one. So everything that he's told them, from where he laid his head at, to where he ate, to if he spent any money anywhere, did he use his cards, to everybody that he names. Oh, I was with the drummer right here. I was with my road manager right here. I was with other singers right here and all of this stuff. All of them are going to have to give statements. And I'm pretty sure some of them don't even want to, because they may feel like he's guilty. Dude might be a diabolical genius, because if you could believe that 3 years ago, he was sitting up here making these songs and saying all of these things and all of this crap, that, hey, bro, it would be very plausible that he planned this out for a while, I guess. I don't believe it. I mean, y'all see me stage an attack that took 4 months, basically, and worked out perfectly, by the way. But either way that goes, it's to the point where we had to sit back and go, damn, bro, I don't know. Because they had to chase down every lead as well. It's not just David that they had to search. They had to search everything. Let's just say she had some drugs in her system. She OD'd or some crap like that. Like, how do we know that, all right, that day that he was there, my theory of September 1st, when he flew back to California, which is proven by TikTok, by the way. It's like David's prayers or some crap like that, bro, that basically shows all of this shit. Like, literally, I didn't know that people didn't know this, and maybe y'all let me know. If I ever say something, do y'all want me to basically put a little clip in there where I could show y'all this shit? Because apparently some people didn't understand that this man has 5 videos of reciting biblical passages and all this stuff in the same damn room, where literally, we ain't even do all that. But anyway, go. Yeah, so unfortunately, fortunately, this story probably gonna die out in the next 2 days. unless they make some type of major break in the case where they go, all right, bro, we got her. We got the killer, because at the end of the day, we still don't know. You can have a theory like mine that I believe is damn near a banger, but if they came to that house and there was nothing there, if he came home and she wasn't even there, then there we go. But now we know that car ain't been moved. So who the hell would know to put that body specifically linked to that man in that car? That's the one thing that is glaring that made me make that video. Like, how in the hell can we sit here and look and go, bruh, nigga, that's a hell of a coincidence. Now, maybe somebody knew that probably was her car, because one thing that popped out that they said is, they said, oh, bruh, we never seen that girl drive that car. Maybe I had to make a bigger video on that one, because that right there is enough to say, who else would know? Spider webs start popping out about connectivity and all that, but it'll leave you searching with a mind of apophenia if you let it. But either way it go, yeah, bro. And to answer the questions that you're gonna have, is this from the other video, if you didn't watch it, is this basically this. There's a dirty car that has a dent in there. The dust and dirt particles that surrounded the car even surrounds the dent, which means that car has been sitting there for a while, and that dent on the back of that car has been there. Nobody rubbed up against it, no anything. We can tell that from the detailed pictures that we have. Technology has grown to the point where a simple phone, whether you have a damn Galaxy or you have Apple, these simple phones can take some high quality damn pictures to the likes that we've not seen ever. And it continuously grows and goes with the advent of technology. So that mixed with no drops of blood, which means she was carried there. How she was attacked. They're saying essentially that, bruh, yeah, she was cut up, but that ain't the reason she died. So click right here to see exactly why the September 1st theory that she died and that David did it is, I don't want to say flawless, but damn it, we looking at a good 92, 93%. Click right here to see exactly what the hell we talking about.